minutes. We haven't met yet. My name is Brooke. I will be your instructor today. For your class, all you need is some open space to move around. If you have a yoga mat, go ahead and grab that. And then if you have access to dumbbells or kettlebells, any type of weight, they're optional, so you don't have to have it. But if you do have weights, go ahead and grab them. I've got 12 pounds, something medium to heavy will be sufficient. Two quick announcements for you. Winter Games is still happening. You can participate on this over on Slack. And then we have our next cooking demo coming up in, I believe, this week, actually, if you're joining this live. So you can check that out. Misty's going to be presenting cheesy beef and veggie burritos. Those are also recorded. So if you can't make the live version, don't worry about it. You can watch the recording over on YouTube. All right, let's get to it. Again, welcome back to Strength 101. We are going to start with a quick warm-up to warm our muscles up and get our bodies ready to move. It's very stormy here and rainy in Sacramento, so my lighting's a little bit dark, but I think that just helps. So we're going to go with it. All right, let's get to that warm-up. Your hands are going to be at your hips. You're going to step back into a lunge. I want your left foot planted on the ground. So your big toe, your pinky toe, and your heel are going to grip the ground. And our intention here is so that the arch of our foot stays lifted. We never want to collapse into the arch. Anytime we're doing lunges, squats, glute bridge that we're going to be doing coming up, we want that same base for both of our feet. But anytime that foot is flat, we want to create a really strong base from the bottom of our foot, and it's going to trail up. So what that will help us do is keep our knee in line with our second toe. So I want you to focus on that anytime your foot is on the ground. All right, we'll move a little bit faster now. So we're stepping back. I want you to tuck your hips under, reach your right arm up high, and then step your right foot in. Same thing on that other side. So now your right foot grips the ground, your hips tuck under, your left arm reaches up, step together. Now your right foot steps back. You should feel a stretch along that hip flexor and quad, especially as you reach your arm up. Switch back, left leg back, reach your left arm up. One more time on the right, reach up and take it to the left. Nice job. Step your feet in, hip width apart. Your arms are out in front. Now we're going to focus on the shoulders. So I want you to bring your awareness to your shoulder blades. Arms are straight, thumbs are pointed up. I want you to draw the shoulder blades together. Pretend like you have a pencil between your shoulder blades and you're trying to hold it there. Now reach your fingertips forward. You're going to drop that pencil as you pull the shoulder blades apart. Grab that pencil, pull the shoulder blades together, and then reach forward, pull the shoulder blades apart. One more time, pull shoulder blades back, reach forward, and relax. Nice job. Your feet are going to come hip to shoulder width apart. Now I want you to come back to that foundation through our feet. So your big toes, your pinky toes, and your heels grip the ground. I want you to think of turning the cap on a bottle. So our feet are active, and pretend like your feet are those caps. You're spinning that cap tight on the bottle. So we get active through our feet, and as you do that, watch my knees. Notice how they come out slightly. That's keeping them in line with that second toe, right? So it does it for us. So keep that grip. Keep it strong through the legs, hands behind your head. I want you to push your hips back. So we're going to hinge at the hips. You should feel a stretch along the back of your legs. Keep the grip through your feet. Stand up. So we hinge. Now squeeze from the area you're feeling that stretch to stand up. And two more. Last one. Nice job. Your feet are hip width apart. Your arms are going to reach up. Palms are pointed forward. We're creating a Y. And then I want you to squeeze the elbows in, create a W. So we reach up, Y, take it down, W. One more. Great job. All right, we are going to move to the mat. We have a plank. So this is going to be a foundation for our push-up. So I want you to come down to the mat. Your hands are beneath the shoulders. Your fingertips are spread wide. I'm going to talk us through this one, but if you have a really strong plank, feel free to hop into it. You can get a few extra seconds. So I want you to externally rotate your arms. That is essentially what we did with our legs when we were building that strong base. So now our fingertips grip the ground, our palm grips the ground, and we're going to pretend like you've got that tap on the bottle, we're twisting. That's that external rotation. So external rotation inside of your elbow is going to point forward. From here, first level of a plank, you're going to stay on your knees, but I want a straight line from your shoulders to your hips to your knees. So we're not here and we're not here. We're in between, we're engaged. Second level, if you're ready, you're going to lift up onto the toes and maintain that straight line. Hug your belly button in. Maintain external rotation through your arms and grip through your fingertips. Hold wherever you are, breathe. Stay 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Slowly lower, walk your hands in. All right, you are coming up to stand. Let's walk through our squat. Your feet are shoulder width apart, toes are pointed forward. Grip the ground, find that external rotation, right? Watch my knees as we grip the ground, the knees come slightly out in line with our second toe. Hands behind the head. We're going to squat back. So we're adding to that hinge. We hinge and then we bend the knees. That's our squat. Okay, we'll repeat that a few more times. And then you have the option to stay here, or you can add in a jump. 2 more. Jump or no jump, and then shake it out. Great job. All right, you guys, 3 movements. Push up, glute bridge, dead bug. If you've been joining the last 2 weeks, these movements are going to look familiar, but they're foundational. And I'm going to give you new ways to start to progress them if you are ready for that. If not, you're going to move through the level that challenges you at a comfortable level so that you're able to maintain that form and get a really good workout. So something I want to point out, as we go through this, I am going to be talking a lot more than our normal classes. I want you to take what you need and get the best workout that you can with that. So I might be talking, but you can work during that, you can progress, you can modify and make this yours as much as you need to, or you can listen the whole time if that's what you're here for as well. Okay, so for this first one, we're going to come down for a push-up. Same as that plank formation. You can be on the knees or you can be up on the toes. That first level will be on the knee. That's up to you if that's where you want to be. We're going for 10 reps. You have about 30 seconds to complete that. So that's at 30 seconds. We're going to move. All right, here we go. So your elbows are going to stay close to your rib cage. Your gaze is slightly forward. And you're maintaining that external rotation. If you have about 10 more seconds, make sure you're breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, you're going to stay on the floor, but I'll have you flip over onto your back now. So you've got a glute bridge. So same foundation as what we talked about in our warm-up. Your feet root down. I want you to find that external rotation so that your knees are in line with your big toe. You're gripping the ground. Tuck your hips slightly under so that you feel your core engaged. And then we're going to lift, glute bridge, squeeze the glutes and the hamstrings, and then slowly lower down. 30 seconds. Try and get at least 10. Now, when you're in this glute bridge, what can really help is imagining that you're trying to pull a piece of paper apart with your feet. You're trying to rip that piece of paper, or maybe you're trying to rip your yoga mat. So you really want to stay active through your feet. Keep pushing into the ground and keeping tension through your feet. Less than 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. You're staying down on the mat, moving into a dead bug. So this is a great core exercise. You're going to stack your knees over your hips and then extend your arms up towards the ceiling. There should be little to no space beneath your low back. All right, for level 1, you're going to follow me. Again, we're moving about 30 seconds. I want you to tap a foot down, take the knee back up. You're alternating side to side. Make sure you're breathing. Now feel free to progress this if you are already familiar with dead bug. If not, if this is your first time, I want you to stay here. If this feels a little bit too challenging right now, your feet are going to plant, and instead I'm going to have you lift your knees one at a time. Less than 10. Continue to move. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. We are repeating those 3 movements. So coming back to your push-up, set yourself up. Maybe you stay on the knees. Maybe you come up onto the toes now. Or maybe you do half and half, right? So maybe those first few reps are up on the toes and then you switch it up. Here's your 30 seconds. Now another variation. So if you're comfortable where you are, you're going to continue. But another variation can be on a bench or a chair or a countertop, something that's sturdy. So what's great about finding that elevated surface is it does make it a little less challenging, but it is still challenging. It can take it up from the floor. So it's a great way to start to build up that full push-up. So you'll still maintain that straight line, but now you're up on that surface, making it a little bit more manageable. 2 and 1. There's your 30 seconds. Great job. All right, you are maintaining that glute bridge on the mat now. So you're staying on the mat, I should say. Set yourself up. If you have weights and you would like to progress, you're going to grab weights. Weights are going to come across your hips. Same pattern that we just did though. So external rotation, you lift, you lower. Maintain the grip through your feet. Squeeze your glutes on the way up. To make this a little harder, you're going to slow it down. So you're going to squeeze and maybe hold for a count at the top, and then repeat that. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Moving to dead bug. So second variation on your dead bug, you're going to stack your knees over hips, same starting position. You're going to extend your legs instead of tap your feet down. So right hand, left leg, extend out, and then you switch. Alternate the other side. So we've added in the arms, and we've extended that lever on the legs to make this more challenging. Still maintain the back to the mat. And remember, first level was here. Feel free to stay there or even keep the feet down. Make sure you're breathing. I like to inhale as I extend, exhale as I crunch back to center. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, you guys, we have one more round. So moving back to our push-up, this is your final time here. You can choose your variation. If you want to challenge yourself, come up on the toes. 30 seconds, here we go. As you move through that push-up, you want to make sure you're never holding your breath. So always pushing the air out as we press up. Maintain external rotation through your arms. You have 10 more seconds. Breathe through it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Flip onto your back. Option for those weights. I do have one more variation for you if you'd like to add on. If not, you're maintaining both legs down on the mat. But for one more variation or progression, you can do a single leg glute bridge. So for the first 15 seconds, left knee comes in. You lift and lower on that right side. So again, either both feet are down or left knee is lifted. We are halfway right here. So go ahead and switch. Now your right knee is up. You're still gripping the ground through your left foot. We're still maintaining that really strong base. Press through your big toe your pinky toe and your heel. So you're never just collapsing into your arch. Last one. Oh, release. Great job. All right, dead bugs. Final variation, you can add a weight if you'd like. Make sure you have a really strong grip over the chest. So I like to hold the weight with both hands, knees over the hips. Only difference here is that both arms move each time. So you're going to extend the leg and bring the arms back. Now using that weight makes it really challenging to not arch the back or flare the rib cage, but you want to maintain this back to the mat. So we are fighting that extension. We are maintaining a neutral spine. And the way that we do that is by engaging our core. Breathe in, breathe out. Almost there, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Go ahead and release that your weight off to the side. Pull your right knee into your chest and extend your left leg out long. Extend your right leg up and then hands grip behind your hamstring. Or if you'd like, you're going to walk your hands up to deepen that hamstring stretch. So I'm sure you felt in our glute bridge, you felt the hamstrings. This is a great way to stretch them. You could also bend that bottom leg if having it extended is a little too much. What's nice though is you do get a little bit of a hip flexor stretch here in that bottom leg. Go ahead and point the right toes towards you, so flex your ankle, and then you're going to point away, point towards you, point away. Last one. Good. Set your right foot down, slide the leg long, and then same thing on the other side, same options here. So these 3 movements, our push-up, our glute bridge, and our dead bug, these are very foundational. Go ahead and flex, and then extend the ankle. You'll see these movements in all of our classes here and there. But if you're ever looking to get a workout in, go ahead and relax, and you're not sure where to start, these are great movements to start with. Pull the right knee in, cross the ankle over your left leg, and then push your knee away from you. If this is enough of a stretch, you can stay here. If you need more, grab behind your left leg and release the shoulders down. But these 3 movements combined together will give you a full body workout. So you've got upper body and core with those push-ups. You've got lower body and core with glute bridge. And you've got a little bit of everything, but definitely core with that dead bug. Go ahead and switch sides. Cross your left leg over, push out, stay here, or figure 4 as you grip behind the leg. And then we've got lots of variations that we went through today and over the last 2 weeks. If you weren't able to join the last 2 weeks, they were very similar to this, but feel free to go back and look at the recordings. Slowly release. Make your way up into a seated position. I'm going to turn this way, pull your left leg in, bend your knee, and then let your knee fall out to the side. Turn to face your left knee and then extend your right arm along the inside of your leg. Sweep your left arm up and then reach towards the right side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go ahead and switch. Extend your left leg out. And then same thing on the other side. Pull the right foot in. So if you have not joined our regular strength classes, but you've joined this and you're like, hey, I'm ready to take it up a notch, that is going to be my directioning you to try and join one of our strength classes. But you can also continue to join this one and take that level that you're ready for to get the best workout that you can in this time frame. Go ahead and release. Extend both legs out long. Walk your hands forward. Fold forward. Drop your head. Walk your hands in. Come up to stand. Last stretch. And then you are off on your way. Hands to your low back. Fingertips point down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. You can stay here or interlock your fingers and draw your knuckles down towards the ground. That push-up will definitely get our chest working, our shoulders working. This is a great way to open up. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Release your hands. Breathe in and sweep your arms up high. Exhale, let it go. That is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me for Strength 101. If you have any questions or you want to chat through any of the form or any of the movements, feel free to reach out to me one-on-one and we can set up some time to do that. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all on the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brooke.